Mary had a little lamb 2,000 years ago, but not a cutesy fluffy one with fleece as white as snow. She had a little baby boy, which sounds quite ordinary, but actually he was unique, this child born to Mary. Not in the way that every child is special, new and fresh. This child was sent from God above. This child was God in flesh. And that is something no one else could ever claim. But Mary bore the Son of God, and Jesus was his name. They called him this because that was the name an angel gave when Mary and fiancé Joe were told they'd have a babe, which came as quite a shock to them, for Mary was a virgin. But soon they came to realise God's great plan was emerging. God's plan, that is, to save a world full of death and sin. God's plan to make a way through which we could come to him. But that is not a simple task, for in the way is sin, and we cannot come near to God while we have guilt within. Which is why, long before Mary had her son, God had shown exactly how forgiveness could come. Now this is where our poem gets just a little gory, but please bear with me if you can to hear this vital story. No forgiveness can be known without blood being shed, but not our own if it comes through a substitute instead. And that is where we read of lambs to be a sacrifice. But even they are not enough. They could not suffice. So Mary had the greatest lamb, a gift of perfect grace, to come and live a perfect life, to come and take our place. Mary had a little lamb, a lamb for sacrifice, to die not on an altar, but a crueler device. Not at Christmas, that is when the baby did arrive, but after many years had passed, the lamb gave up his life. Mary watched as her dear lamb was nailed upon the cross to die the death that we deserve and face almighty wrath. The scriptures said that cursed is he who hangs upon a tree. Upon the cross he took our curse to give our liberty. But on the third day Jesus rose triumphant from the tomb. Death could never hold this lamb, and from him life does bloom. Mary had a little lamb. He is our life and peace. He is the only way through which from sin we are released. If we trust in this great lamb who died for you and me, if we accept this gracious gift, confessing humbly that we can't do it on our own, we end up in a mess. We need the Lamb of Mary who came the first Christmas. Mary had a little lamb. Praise God, that was his plan. For now I'm in God's family. Oh, praise the mighty Lamb.